This is not gonna get easier. I almost feel like it's harder the second time around, especially because this time my wife is home and I'm scared she can hear me, so I feel really embarrassed. But it's fine. It's fine. Hello again. This is my second video, so if you're new to this video or my channel, oh, I have a hair in my mouth. Just a full hair. My name is Carlin. I live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn with my wife and my cat, and I like to knit and sew. Just starting out on the sewing stuff and like make other little crafts, and I started this channel because I really enjoy watching videos of people knitting and crafting things, so I thought I would like to join in. So yeah, here I am. This second episode, I think that I didn't want to do the same like podcast vibe as last time, so this is just, I don't know what it'll be. I guess just me chatting, just me talking. Last night I did not sleep well because my cat, Snacks, who is an old man, was awake just yelling the whole night till like 5:30 this morning. And since I'm on break from school and I can sleep in, I'm kind of like the designated watcher of Snacks, and he doesn't want me, he wants Marissa. And I didn't sleep very well. Lots of like waking up, and that is why when I can't sleep well, I tend to like look at Ravelry or like look at random sewing things. Lately I've been obsessed with sewing, or not with sewing, but like looking at patterns in fabrics, and I find it really soothing to like get myself to go back to sleep. So last night there was a lot of that, and I was just all over the place looking at different things. I was like, I'm going to start some socks. I don't think I'll start socks because I've got a lot of things going on, but yeah, I was like looking at sock patterns. I was looking at like sewing stuff. So I've been obsessed with Blackbird fabrics, and I literally on my phone have maybe like 10 tabs open that are just purely like the same Blackbird fabrics, like looking at their linen. And specifically I don't know exactly what I want. I also like should not be spending random money on things, so have not allowed myself to buy anything, but I may soon, because I made this skirt, Clo Bias skirt by Soften Studios. And again, just been obsessed. Like every night before I go to sleep, I like look at the tags of this skirt and like how people are wearing it, and I love it. And I made the midi skirt, which went well, and I guess I'll talk about it in the next video. It seems like a little too big, and the fabric might be a little heavy, and I did the like shorter version, and I'm very tall. I'm 6 feet tall, so it seems like it's too, I want to make the longer one because I think it'll be like more stylish. What am I saying? Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I've been looking at random patterns and fabric just like 24/7, mostly in the middle of the night. And last night I found oh, Blackbird Fabrics featured different like independent pattern makers, I guess. And one of them is called Paradise Patterns, and they have this tank top called, you know what? I don't know what it's called, but it's a tank top. And it's with like a cotton elastane blend. I've never done anything like that. I've only done more like rigid or like firmer fabrics. But it seems like maybe doable, and I've really been like wanting that specific style of tank top. I know ARQ, I don't know how you say that brand. They have really great like basics, and it looks just like that, except I would be making it on my own. So I don't know, I'm not sure which is more like cost effective, but because the pattern is like 15 bucks, right? So then you're getting the fabric, and I'm sure I'll mess it up. So, but the learning, the experience, and then I could make so many more. But yeah, so that is what I was doing last night, was like looking at that pattern. Sewing in general, I've noticed, is not easy for me. Like, I made this channel Messy Knits because I am messy and like make a lot of mistakes as I go, and I am not fantastic with precision, and I think that's completely okay. Like, I don't think I spend a lot of time being like, that is a shortcoming of mine. But yeah, I think it's okay to not be like great with like little details. Generally, as a person, doesn't make you less of a person or like not good at things. But yeah, so sewing is very difficult for me in comparison to knitting, because there's a lot more, from what I've seen, a lot more precision. So like down to even like cutting the patterns out, for some reason very hard for me. And then putting the patterns on the fabric, difficult. And I'm like, is this okay? Like, am I the little amounts that I'm off, is that okay, or is that ruining everything? I don't know. So I'm just constantly like, ooh, I did that wrong. Ooh, I did that wrong. That's not perfect. And then there's like ironing involved, and then there's, yeah, like stitching with like the proper seam allowance. I don't know. It's really fun. Like, it's fun that it's quick, but it's also difficult that it's quick for me. And again, like, I'm just kind of like learning on the go. I made one shirt and it came out really small. And then I made another shirt, but the pattern wasn't great. And then I made a dress, and it like literally almost killed me with the elastic. And it just looks, it's not great. And then I tried to make another shirt, and it was massive for some reason. And then I was like, I gave up, which is sad, but it really broke my heart. And then I just made that skirt. I just picked it back up. So yeah, I've been thinking about sewing a lot, and very much like, yeah, it's just been taking up a lot of my brain space. Also not sure, like, you know, it's like me having a conversation. There's like a language almost that you learn with yarn. So like the different weights, the different materials that work well for specific things. There's obviously that for fabrics as well, and I haven't quite like gotten an understanding of that. So before, when I would order fabrics, I would order them from Mood Fabrics, because isn't that what Project Runway? They'd always like run to Mood Fabrics. And when I was a kid, I wanted to be a fashion designer. So silly. it's not silly, but it's a little silly because like that's just so, I would not thrive in that environment. So yeah, I've ordered it from there, but I'd always order the wrong things. So like the material that I made for the dress was like see-through, just not great. Also, this was like peak pandemic, so I wasn't really going out to in person. Also, that would really overwhelm me, I think. Yes, so fabrics. Haven't figured that out. Now I'm looking only at Blackbird fabrics. I'm also looking at Mood, but like filtering through the different things is confusing for me. I was looking at Merchant and Mills because they have like gorgeous fabrics, it seems. Also, like the photos that they take of them are so, I probably like shouldn't even say this, are so like sensual, like the way they like post the fabric, it's like so draped and beautiful. And I was joking about that with Marissa because wow, gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, so not that I have a ton of followers or like viewers or anything, but if anyone has any advice on fabrics, beginning sewing things, maybe like who to watch, I would appreciate that because I'm really excited about it. Also, I want to make Marissa some pants because like some summer pants because she just kind of like wears through them really fast, and yeah, I'd love to like be able to like really customize it to her size, and I guess for me as well. But yeah, so that's sewing talk, not like TikTok, but talking sewing. What else? I feel like you can see the pom-poms I made. Can you? I truly cannot tell. I made a bunch of pom-poms for Pride. We ended up having a Pride party / anniversary party at a bar because it was supposed to storm, and then of course it did not storm, so hilarious. But because we were gonna do it in the garden, but I still brought my pom-poms like unabashedly, a little bit abashed. I was a little embarrassed about, like, I brought like flowers from my garden in pom-poms, and it just felt very like hee like twee, bringing it to a bar, but it was great. And pom-poms are beautiful, and I got like a bunch of great colors from Michael's, and it's my father-in-law's birthday coming up, and I'm gonna make more pom-poms for that, so can't stop me now. Loving the pom-poms. In terms of knitting, I am wearing my finished corn cardigan. I did it. I'm very proud. It's a little small. I am just blowing up. I am so popular. I hope it doesn't give them the notification that I'm like, please don't disturb me. Anyway, yeah, I finished it. It is a little bit small because I used thick cotton yarn, but I stretched it out when I blocked, and like I can like sufficiently close it, you know. It's just, and it's a little bit short, but I kind of like that. And yeah, it's really cute. I really like it. I think my favorite way that I've worn it so far is with like jeans. Like I said, I kept saying blue jeans in the last video that I made. Yeah, I think it's really cute. Got the buttons. Was so stressed out about the buttons and the button sizes, and like it all worked out, and I think it's really cute. I love wearing it over things too, and yeah, I'd make again, I believe. I'm I'm not gonna do like a whole, right? Like a whole podcast thing. But like, what's the medium area? I don't know. Anyway, what I'm currently working on is the Look at My Holes by James and Watts. And what a silly pattern. That's all I can think when I'm making this. It's like so like, it's kind of like chaotic, you know, and silly. And like, why? I feel like it's my brain. Like, this is literally my brain. I think it's gonna go over. I'm enjoying it. I do think it's been knitting up quickly. I honestly can't tell. I can't tell anymore. But the lace pattern, I don't know if I'm bad at counting or like struggling with counting, but I'm always, not always, but sometimes off by a stitch. And you know, I don't know if that's gonna destroy the look of the whole thing, but I've been trying to like make up for it by like, I'll get to the end of one of the repeats and it'll be like, you should only have 1 stitch left, and I'll have 2, and I'll be supposed to be making a stitch. So then I just don't make the stitch. I don't know if other people do that. Again, not sure if it's gonna like look bad because it's supposed to be make 1 left, make 1 right. But we're just gonna keep going until like something catastrophic happens and I have to start all over again. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's a very satisfying process. It's looking a little, again, all I can say is it's looking silly. I don't know why. That's like the word of the day for me. Word of my life. Like, these are the raglan increases. And it just looks a little funky, like I am probably doing something wrong. But we roll with it. I think the lace pattern looks really nice. Really nice. So that's good. Ooh, my neighbors. I have a fear of my neighbors hearing me speaking to myself. How would they know, you know? How would they know that I'm speaking to myself and not someone else? I don't know. Okay. And then the last thing I'm working on, or not the last thing, but I started my Trasnu top, and wow, it's so fun and easy, and like don't even need to really put my brain into it that much, which is appreciated. And yeah, I'm loving it, except for this little area right here. I mean, you know what, this doesn't look that bad in the light of day. Well, it doesn't look great, but like carrying the contrast color up, I've been doing like the wraparound, but it feels like it just looks funky. Also, I'm trying to do that thing where it's like the jogless stripe. Not sure if I'm doing it right. I feel like you can see a jog, but like maybe you can never not see a jog. It's hard to say. See that? Obviously, I don't know how people do this. Like I can't see what you see, or yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I'm loving it. And we will just keep chugging. I start school next week. I thought I was starting school on a Wednesday, virtually, but I'm actually starting on Monday, virtually. So that's depressing. School is here. I'm excited to go back, but I don't know how like my knitting and my crafting will go moving forward. But we will see. What else do I have to say? I watched the Brookwillow podcast with Ahna. think I forgot to breathe. And she talked about making a Pinterest, like making Pinterest boards for kind of like outfit inspiration, and like so you can kind of make goals of like what you're crafting so it's more cohesive. She made this whole video about her beautiful closet and like how she has done merchandising in the past. So she almost like merchandises her own clothing. Wow, love that. Probably will never get there. It would be nice, but and she's spoken about how she wants to get back on Pinterest. And so yeah, that sounded good to me. So I tried to get on Pinterest, and I did get on Pinterest, and I started like a new profile and was like adding different inspiration to like a summer 2023 board. And it's difficult. Like I think I spoke about this last time, kind of like struggling with like wearing dresses, like not always like feeling super myself in them. And so I feel like on my Pinterest board, everything is like a dress, like a flowy linen something. But I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's my vibe. Like I like the way it looks on other people. I don't know if I like how it looks on me. I got my hair cut like maybe like 4 months ago. So I'm still kind of like adjusting to the way that looks with dresses. But it has been like a fun thing to do. Thinking about colors, being like more strategic, because I used to really love clothes and that kind of thing, and I kind of just stopped worrying about it so much and kind of just like wore whatever. So it's kind of fun to get back into that alongside with knitting more and sewing more. Yeah. So I think that's all I got. I will say that my last video, it was so fun to make, and I felt like a celebrity. Not really, but I was so excited because Carson from Carslee Handmade, I think that's right, commented on my video and followed me on Instagram, and like I literally have been watching her for like a year now. And I just got so excited, and like that's it, like I'm done now, you know, like I feel like a little bit more in touch with the community, and that's great. So yeah, I thought I would say that because I was so excited, like like silly excited, like I had met like a big celebrity or something. But yes, thank you for supporting me, Carson, and anyone else who's watching. This is like this is a fun thing to do, and yeah, next up will be another podcast. I think hopefully I'll have like enough things to add and talk about. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Thank you for being here. Subscribe if you want to. I have like 8 subscribers. Loving that. I literally am so excited about it. Liking it, commenting, just watching it generally is like so fun for me to see it get watched. Like I'm just out in the world. Woohoo. Yeah, okay, that's all. Thanks guys. Goodbye.